In a quaint, quiet village nestled in a valley surrounded by towering mountains, everything was gray. The trees, the rivers, the houses, even the people's clothes, all devoid of color. The villagers had lived this way for as long as they could remember, believing that the world was simply meant to be gray. But deep in their hearts, some of them whispered tales of a time when the world was bursting with color, a time when a magical artifact called the rainbow crystal lit up the skies and made everything vibrant. One sunny yet colorless morning, four best friends, Lila, Mateo, Anya, and Finn, sat under a lifeless oak tree. They talked about the old stories they'd heard from their grandparents. "Do you think the rainbow crystal is real?" Anya asked, her gray eyes wide with curiosity. "It has to be. My grandpa said he'd seen it in a dream once," Finn replied, his voice filled with excitement. Mateo shook his head. "Dreams don't make it real. But what if we went looking for it? What's the worst that could happen?" Lila, the quietest of the group, glanced at the gray world around them. "Even if it's just a story, wouldn't it be amazing to try?" she said softly. The others nodded, and the decision was made. The friends visited the village's oldest resident, Granny Mira, who was said to know all the old tales. Her tiny house was filled with faded trinkets, and her gray cat sat on the windowsill. "The rainbow crystal?" Granny Mira said, her voice raspy but warm. "Ah, yes, it's real. Hidden in the Valley of Prism. But beware, young ones, for the journey is not easy." She reached into a dusty chest and pulled out an ancient map. The paper was worn and delicate, but it showed the way to the Valley of Prism. Marked on the map were 3 trials they would need to pass: the shadowed forest, the river of reflections, and the cave of echoes. "If you're brave enough to seek it, take this," Granny Mira said, handing them the map. "And remember, only those with pure hearts can bring back the rainbow crystal." The friends set out early the next morning. The first challenge was the shadowed forest, a dark and eerie place where whispers filled the air. The trees seemed to move, their twisted branches reaching out like claws. "Stay close," Lila whispered, clutching the map tightly. As they walked, the whispers grew louder, forming words that echoed their fears. "You'll never succeed. Go back. It's hopeless." Anya's hands trembled, but she said, "Don't listen to them. They're just trying to scare us." She grabbed a stick and swung it at the nearest branch, and the whispers stopped momentarily. Mateo noticed a faint glow in the distance. "Look! That must be the way out." With renewed determination, they followed the light, ignoring the whispers. Finally, they emerged from the forest, their hearts pounding but intact. Next, they reached the river of reflections.